Hi, I am here with Sonjali Guida, Director of the West Island Hypnosis Center. As the Director of the West Island Hypnosis Center, Sonjali has been trained using MHS system in hypnosis and neuro-linguistic programming, which has helped tens of thousands of clients of hers to quit smoking, lose weight, get good sleep, and reduce stress. Now, that's the thing that I am bringing Sonjali on for. Good morning, good day to you.
Good morning, Rhonda.
The reason I'm having you on today in particular is because I would like to give tips and tricks on how to reduce your people's anxiety during a pandemic. And I'm wondering, I'm just changing the view there. That's a better view for us. Okay, so this past weekend for me, somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody was exposed to COVID. So my weekend got derailed. I had plans to babysit my grandchildren, and I just could not get past the disappointment. I mean, sometimes I just couldn't get past it. I was done. I was fed up. I was like, we can't keep doing this. Like, I can't, every time there's something, it's derailed by the COVID. And it's tiring, it's sad, and I'm not always up for it. Like, how do I get back to my day when my whole weekend has been derailed with my excitement of seeing my kids, and then I can't? So what do I do? How do we get back from being stressed, nervous, anxiety ridden?
So one of the tricks that we have is basically acknowledging for a second is what does that stress feel like to you? So all the feelings that we have are accompanied by something in our body. So for example, if you remember falling in love, right? You had maybe butterflies in your stomach or you felt all tingling inside. And so stress also manifests physically in our body. So some people will have, let's say, jaw pain or clench their jaw. And some people will feel it in their chest or tension in their shoulders, gastrointestinal upset, sleeping problems, you name it, it's there. So really figuring out how that feels in your body. So that's our first step. So actually I think the best way that we can do this is actually to show you a little quick trip that
Okay.
helps all my clients. Okay. And so this one is really neat because we have all these challenges right now, especially during the pandemic. Certainly we've seen these all the time. And so we have to really choose to put ourselves in a useful state of mind because we get pretty good at kind of believing our own crap and getting stuck there, right? And so if we were like an alien in the sky and we floated way above our lives and our problem, we'd see that, hey, it's not that bad. Okay, like we can get out of this. So we really want to get out of the feeling of stress. So one of the first things we can do when we're in stress, and I like to call it like it's like this frenzy or this mirage or this fog that we get stuck in, is that we can simply use movement. And that just sounds very basic, but it's actually very true. So if you imagine that you hear a song on the radio that you absolutely love, right? And you're in stress and you just go for 1 minute, you close the door, you close the curtains, and you dance like nobody's watching for 2 minutes, you'll notice immediately how much better you feel afterwards. And we can kind of call that interrupting our pattern or breaking a state of mind that's not useful. Okay. Another neat thing that we can do, and I'm going to actually show you this. So you're going to get to use a little bit of your imagination here. Okay. So Rhonda, I'm just going to ask you to uncross your arms and uncross your legs, and you can just put these straight on your lap.
Okay.
Okay. And so I really want you to really get into your senses for a second. And can you remember a time when you felt just incredibly relaxed?
Yes.
Yeah. And first off, so let's go back to this weekend for a second. When you think about the stress that you had, okay, and you really kind of narrow in on your body, what does that feel like to you? Where did you really carry that?
I always carry my anxiety in this portion right here,
Mhm.
somewhere in here for sure.
Okay. And so maybe that's like a tightening or a squeeze or, right. Okay. And how about in your jaw? Do you notice that your jaw is a bit more clenched than usual?
I notice it when I'm sleeping more, not when I'm
Right.
awake. I notice it like my jaw juts forward when I sleep.
Okay. Good.
Clenching, but forward.
Forward. Right. Okay. Good. So now what I want you to do is go ahead and close your eyes. Okay. And I really want you to step into this experience and I want you to think of that time when you felt incredibly relaxed.
I'm actually blending two places.
That's totally fine. Yeah. And so as you step into that experience, okay, just think about what you see. Is it a picture or is it a movie?
Oh, it's the ocean and it's moving.
Okay, great. And so as you really step into that experience as if you're there right now, do you hear anything?
The ocean and the wind.
Okay, great. And so when you really think about having that great feeling of relaxation in your body, just like how you felt the stress somewhere, when you think about really feeling so very relaxed, listening to that ocean and seeing that beautiful ocean, where do you feel that relaxation in your body?
My neck? Is that weird?
No, not at all. Yeah. And what's that like if you had to describe it?
It's warm, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, good. And so, really holding on to this, okay, really stepping into that experience. Imagine that there's a dial just like a dial on a stove, and you can just turn this to maximum. And as you turn that to maximum, this whole experience of you being relaxed by the ocean is intensified. So, I want you to see the colors in your movie even brighter. And I want you to hear those sounds even more. And I really want you to intensify that warm feeling you have in your neck. That's right. And so when you really feel like you're there, stepping really into that experience, you can go ahead and take your left hand and just cup your left cheek with it. Yeah, go ahead, intensifying. Take a breath in. Good. And you can open your eyes, release your hands. Okay, good. So we're just going to look up for a sec. And we're going to look down. Good. And what color is your front door?
Black.
Good. So go ahead and try and get all stressed out, remembering what it was like this weekend.
Well, I can't.
No, right? Okay. So
She's
this is
magic, guys. She's magic.
not at all. So this is a little simple concept. So we call this an anchor. Okay. So we see anchors everywhere all the time. So for example, if you remember,
Sorry.
yeah, no problem.
There we got stress.
No problem. So if you remember like the summer, for example, you graduated high school, maybe there was a song of the summer, right? And to this day, when that song comes on the radio, it just puts you in a great mood automatically, right?
Music does that to me.
And
I can change my whole mood if I put the radio on.
right. Okay. And then so this can also happen. So there's great anchors and then there's also negative ones. So for example, I had this client and this client just opened a business and he was just had this boom and he was so incredibly stressed. So he got to the point that he walked up to his door, he would look at his door and just start panicking. Okay. So his door became an anchor for what was behind it. So we see these all the time unconsciously or consciously. And so like another example is let's say a husband and a wife get into an argument and they kind of go to bed angry at each other. And then the next night or next evening, husband comes home, turns the key in the door. He opens the door and he says, "Hi, honey." And she hears his voice and automatically she just tenses up. Right. So what's neat about this is that we can actually program ourselves to use this anchor to get ourselves into what we call like a good state or a resourceful state whenever we need to. So what's neat about this is that your mind, your body, and your nervous system are going to remember exactly this.
This.
When you just take a breath in and put your hand on your cheek and just notice how your mind, body, and nervous system instantly can get into that state of relaxation like you were at the beach, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, very neat. Very
Yeah,
well done. That's kind
yeah.
of cool. I'm impressed and relaxed.
And relaxed. Yeah, exactly. So just knowing one of the concepts of stress management is really choosing our states of mind. Like it didn't happen to us, we get to choose it because yes, life is going to be challenging during this pandemic. Who knows when it's done? Who knows when we have normalcy again? So it's really choosing, hey, I can pop out of this. So we learned 2 tricks already. Just get some movement in. You could be silly about it. You could do the YMCA, you could do the can, you can do a burpee, you can do some lunges. If you're sitting down, you can get up, okay? You can use your anchor exactly the way I taught you. Anyone could do that, okay? It's free, it takes no time at all, and it works, okay? And the more you use it, the more it works. So great tools.
So the next time I'm feeling anxious, I got to do this and it will prompt
Yeah.
me to go back to that. Okay, I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah. And so for anyone else who is trying that out there, so if you were actually thinking while you were doing that, am I doing this the right way or is this crap working? It probably didn't at that time. Okay. So using the movement beforehand would help because you just need to get out of your head just for a second because we do all tend to really get stuck there.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're human. It happens, right?
And it's a pandemic. What are you going to do?
Yeah, yeah,
I
exactly.
want to thank you for coming on today very, very much. And these tips and tricks, can anybody get in touch with you for a private session?
Yes, of course. So right now we're doing online sessions, so you can reach us to book at through our website at www.westislandhypnosis.ca, or of course you can call 514-244-0375.
That's
Okay.
wonderful. Thanks so much. Have a great
Thank
rest
you.
of your day. I'm going to go relax now.
Okay, great. Thank you, Rhonda. Take
Bye.
care.